This year will mark 100 years since the end of World War I. I'm honored to have Larry Dandridge here, a retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel and author of Blades of Thunder, joining me now here in studio. Larry, thank you so much for coming in. Of course, thank you for your service. And here you brought us a couple things. You brought Blades of Thunder. Tell us more about your book.
Yeah, I wrote that nonfiction, and it's an award-winning, all five-star reviewed book to help raise money for Fisher House, Charleston. I'm a patient advisor at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center, and as you probably know, Fisher House belongs to the VA Medical Center.
It certainly does. It's been a year now since the Fisher House opened. Explain to those who hasn't had the chance to go by the Fisher House and what they're exactly doing over there.
Right. Well, Fisher House has 16 private suites. It's kind of like a Ronald McDonald House for the families of the inpatients in the VA Medical Center. It's free lodging for family members while their loved one is in the medical center. It's also free lodging for veterans if they have a loved one in any hospital downtown. So it's a beautiful place. Probably the best lodging in Charleston. It's that beautiful.
It really is. I did a story on it last year. I couldn't get over it. Right there on Whitworth Street. Hard to believe it's been a year. Your service, you were in Vietnam. Tell us more about when you served.
Yeah, I served 24 years and 1 month in the Army as an enlisted infantryman and an aviation warrant officer and commissioned officer. And this book is about the helicopter war in Vietnam, the 2 years I was there, 1968 and 69, which were the two bloodiest years of America's longest and most controversial war.
Absolutely. And coming up here on Veterans Day, what do you hope people to take away from that day?
Well, I'd like to first thank all of our veterans. Over 9 million military men and women served in Vietnam during that war, and 3.3 million of them served in country. Over 2/3 of us are already dead, so I'm really glad to be here.
Absolutely.
So I can say something before I join my comrades. So Veterans Day, it's been 100 years since the World War I ended, the war to end all wars, on the 11th month, the 11th day, 11th hour. Mm-hmm. And we really owe our veterans a lot. And we're so fortunate to have such a wonderful VA hospital here. A VA hospital has been in the top 10% of all public and private hospitals in the United States for many years. A 5-star hospital, the second fastest growing hospital.
Well, thank you so much for coming in here, Larry. Where can someone get your book?
Well, they can get it from me. I've got the information down here, or they can get it at Barnes & Noble. Books A Million online, and they can contact me for a signed copy.
Great, and we'll get more information on our website, countont2.com. Thank you for your service, Larry. We appreciate that. Josh?